mind going into a little bit if you can why you end up going to prison?
Well,
just what you can talk about.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I've been running the streets. I've been running the streets out here with a lot of the rappers, and basically I end up, I'm so real and solid, and I'm gonna keep it at a very minimum. I ride for mine,
Okay,
so loyalty over everything.
I got you. Stay down.
Since
Yeah,
I opened.
yeah, that's tough, man, but you might be able to make something beautiful come out of that situation.
Definitely.
That's what I believe. Put that past and put that in your music. So, what type of music you look forward to doing? Besides, I know you want to do rap, but you got.
Well, I got something for my ladies too, and it ain't just rap. It's just
I know you say you like Trina.
I love Trina, so I'm not a singer, y'all. I am a rapper, okay? So I
Okay.
don't portray to be a singer, but I do write my own choruses and I do write my own verses. So I really put in time with myself and with what I do as a passion. So I most definitely like rapping. So I'm very grateful for that.
Okay. Do you do like trap rap?
Oh yeah, I'm gangster.
Okay.
I'm gangster. A lot of these industries be talking about how they pull up on you. I've been sliding. Like, I've been pulling up. So, it ain't nothing for me to pull up. So, like I'm saying, I got folks in Etheridge. I got folks in Flipper Temple. We used to be in the nine. So, I got folks, everywhere. So, it ain't never been no wrong with me pulling up. So,
Do you think Atlanta is like, is it more violent now than before when you went in?
yeah.
Why you think that is?
I mean, now it's like you can't even move but turn your back the wrong way without somebody about to, you know what I'm saying? You don't know if they're going to duck you or what. So I think now, like, you got to be on all 10 toes. I mean, not saying that wasn't on 10 toes back then, but I think it's more severe now than it ever has been. Because you got young niggas that's knocking you up. I was just into a gas station not too far down the street in Glenwood, and this man just asked some young boys to move out the way. They shot his truck up like 20 times, and he was actually hit. So he pulled over, and he actually dialed 911 himself. And like when they got there, he was just soaking wet, bloody. But he did survive, but he was in critical condition. Yeah, so you got to.
These niggas out here hit.
Yeah, they got here busted.
And now you say that done changed within 5 years.
Yeah.
Think it got anything to do with the corona? How did that affect you while you was in there?
Man, the corona affected me bad because we was quarantined, and when you quarantine, you barely come out to talk to your family. Basically, we couldn't go outside really for no rec, and rec is important in prison. It's like one of the biggest things. It's like just by me sitting here talking about it, it's like
You gotta put the water on top of the
just like to be able to go outside is you want to be able to breathe fresh air. And sometimes the buildings and the walls feel like they're closing in on you. And in prison, you have to walk around. And it ain't that much space to walk around. Basically from your cell to downstairs and around the area in the day. That ain't much. So outside in prison, like going to Pavilion is freedom. It's a basketball goal. We got a picnic table, and you can play a little volleyball. But most of all, like outside was important to me because I didn't want to forget the freedom. And like I said, I stayed locked down a lot. I really stayed locked down a lot because I was really knocking holes out of there. Like my face still pretty for a reason. Like you got holes in prison that's really built like that. That's gonna try. You feel what I'm saying? Like they're gonna go for it all the time. Period. So you gotta be built to be able to accommodate and hold your own ground because just because of the size you is, they will try you. So you got to keep in mind that when you in prison, you better know how to hold your own. And if you ain't part of an organization that's gonna back you, you still got to hold your own no matter what set you in. Period. Because your set ain't gonna always be there. It's gonna be you.
Yeah, right.
So was it like mostly black women or white women in the prison you was at?
It was mostly, it was mostly black.
What about like age range?
It was a lot of older women. Like,
Yeah.
it was crazy. It's like women's in there I was calling grandma.
Not grandma, they ain't
Grandma, like wheelchairs. And like it, like this lady, shout out to you, Miss Dell. Miss Dell is a lifer, and you know, her story is, you know, she killed somebody and put him in the freezer, and they found him in her house in the freezer. Wow, but she's like old lady, like old beautiful black lady, and you would just never think that. But see, another thing is people, we can't judge because we wasn't there.
Yeah.
I wasn't there, and I don't know the situation, but I know bits of the story. But I love Miss Dale. Like, I love Miss Dale. Like, she was, you know, I love Miss Tula. I love all those old ladies there. They did definitely respect me. I love, you know, I really didn't really have too much problems going, but when it was time for me to ride with my folks, it was time to ride because, for one, I'm a queen, so I held a very important position with the rest of my queens up there that sat at the table with me, which is me, Keisha, and Tangi, and and Tina. You know, they just free Tina, and I love you, Tina. Like, I know you're doing the right thing, and Tina is the overseer of all of us, which is she's the older, she's the elder, but like how I was coming, like they had to give me my respect because I've been in this. I was born in this. So I don't get into nothing behind no wall. This is something I was doing on the streets.
Right.
So that's why I said it's very important to being yourself and pertaining your own image, that who you are comfortable with being within your skin. Because being like somebody else, they're just idol. You know, like I said, I like Trina because she's my idol. But do I want to be Trina? No. I see some things that she inspired me on that I could take off with in my own way. So you got to look at everything in life as an eye open, as an opportunity.
Right.
I agree with that. That's an interesting answer. Was it? Did you say there weren't a lot of young girls in there?
I did see some babies in there, and they'll never come home.
They ain't no life.
Like, so, you know, these girls in there that, you know, I'm gonna say this. It's important, like, how the community is, and I think that how the rap game, how the industry is, you know, everybody can't be saved. You know, I noticed that in life, but I'm gonna tell you these things from experience. Everybody ain't always guilty of their crime either.
Oh, that's a big
And
Big
one of the biggest things that a lot of rappers not doing, I respect Jay-Z, and I respect Kanye, and I respect him to a certain degree, but I like that they're colliding to fight for people behind the wall.
They trying to keep you out.
Because certain people don't deserve to be there, and you just got certain individuals that definitely deserve to be there. But some of them girls really had to get it on their own. If you lost a mom and then you was raised in a foster home, then a foster home mother molesting you, and then you running, and then you getting beat up, then you run to some of these guys on the streets, then they whore you out, slut you out, pimp you out, and then drug you out, and then abuse you. And then when you end up defending yourself, you're not understood because of the pattern that you created. But it ain't about the creation though, folks. It's about what that person been through. And we, you know, people, you know, have a bad habit of judging people characteristic. And I think that's one of the biggest things that need to stop going on in the world is judging somebody characteristic. Because it could be you at any given point. I done been into a point where I was in survival mode and I took somebody's life. Like, yeah. And it ended up being a self-defense situation. But it's not nothing to brag or boast about. But I'm one of them that I'm not going to play with you if I feel like I'm in that survival mode and I really got to survive. So, you know, and I'm keeping that all the way a million, not a buck, but a million. So everything I'm saying, it definitely validates and check out.
Facts.